Welcome into the DRF Sports Daily. DRF Sports' betting live stream coming at you every single weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern. We went 2-2 yesterday on a fantastic Wednesday of MLB action. We're getting ready for a wonderful, wonderful Thursday of action. We have a few dogs that we have picked. We have a few favorites. We have 4 games we're coming at you with for today's DRF Daily. Just a week that's been 500. It's been a 500 week. Week 1, we were well above 500. I believe week 2, we may have been 1 or 2 games under 500. And this week, we're sitting right at around 500. Today, we're breaking down Yankees-Astros, one of my favorite games to break down. Whenever the Yankees are taking on the Astros, I always got to talk about it. Reds, Cubs, Brewers, Pirates, and then our featured free game of the day. Today is the Dodgers taking on the Padres in Los Angeles. It's a lot of great stuff. You're going to want to stick around and see how you can make some money, because I think if you hit a couple of these dogs, if you bet all 4 of these, I'm not saying it's a perfect 4-0 day, but I think a few of these can hit, and a few of these are going to make you a good amount of money. So stick around, watch it out. Watch free game of the day, and you can check out, if you miss any of this live, you can check out everything on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at DRF_sports. Tell your friends. Maybe if you DM us, you'll get a free month of DRF Sports Pro. I don't know. It's not like I run the social media and have the control over that. So follow us on Twitter at DRF_sports. Follow us on YouTube, like and subscribe there. We'd be so appreciative. And if you're on Twitch, hey, what's up? Thank you for tuning in on Twitch. Go ahead and follow us, subscribe, whatever you do on Twitch there. We'd be greatly appreciative of that as well. So without further ado, let's break down these games. Let's keep it quick today, folks. Let's try and keep it 15 minutes and under. Yankees-Astros. This is what we're going to be starting with. Getting the start on the bump for the Yankees, Luis Severino and Luis Garcia getting the start for the Astros. Sevy has had a little bit of a rough last 3 games. He's only had 1 decision, which was a loss. The other 2 were no decisions. And over those 3 games, he's allowed 13 earned runs, 5 home runs, and 11 hits. Little bit erratic stuff from Sevy. So not the greatest last 3 games for Severino. On the other side, Garcia's 5-5 this season with a 3.55 ERA, and he's also struggled just a little bit over his last 3 starts. Yankees are coming into this one beating up on the Athletics, as they should, and they're going to Houston, where Houston is 13-7 against the Yankees at home over the last 3 seasons. 2-2 against each other this season. They played a 4-game set in New York last week. Houston won the middle 2 games. Yankees bookended it with some wins. So they're 2-2 against each other this season, and now they're heading down to Houston. I believe it's a 3-game set. This is game 1. First pitch, 6:10 p.m. Eastern. Here's the pick. Let's break it down a little bit more. Yankees are really good. They're one of the best, if not the best team in baseball, right? But look at this. I'm leaning Houston here. They're plus 110. Severino's been a little bit erratic as of late, and there's just not a lot of value on the Yankees. Our Sims have it being 4-4. So not a lot of value on the Yankees according to our power line. I'm going to go the upset here. Pair that with the fact that the Astros have played extremely well against great teams this season. They're 12-1 straight up against teams that are outscoring their opponents by half a run or more per game. The Yankees outscored their opponents by 2.9 runs per game. And the Astros, I guess they're 12-2 straight up, 12-3 straight up against teams that outscore their opponents by that much. As they've lost to the Yankees twice, and they went into that series with one straight up loss, if I remember correctly. This is off the top of the dome, this stat. So 12-3 straight up against great teams. And so I think they're going to perform to that level. I think their bats will come alive down in Houston against a Severino pitcher that has been struggling as of late. So give me Houston plus 110. I really like that pick. I think there's a lot of value there. And I think Houston can pull out this win and start this series off well. They've also, like I said, they're 13-7 against the Yankees in Houston over the last 3 seasons. So they know how to win against the Yankees, not only overall, but in Houston. And they split the series 2-2 in New York. So give me Houston plus 110. I'm feeling really good about that one. We're going to be moving it right along. Reds going to the Cubs. We've talked about this game every single day that these 2 teams have played. We're 2-0 on these picks. Reds, we picked them to win the game 1. They did. Cubs, we picked them to win game 2. They did. And it's just, here's the thing about this. The loser's always the one that strands more runners. So it's not that these teams don't have offense. It's that these teams don't have situational hitting, right? Consistently. So in game 1, Reds won. Cubs stranded, I think it was 10 runners. Game 2, Cubs win. Reds strand, let me see. I think they stranded 10 or 11 runners last night, which is just a hugely high number. Especially, granted, it was an 8-3 win for the Cubs, so it was a little bit of not a blowout, but Cubs won comfortably. But, I mean, you just got to think, if you're able to push across a few of those stranded, they stranded 10 runners last night, the Reds did. And the way I've been picking this game is just then picking the team that stranded more the next game, because I assume that offense will then pick up and the situational hitting will be a little bit better in the next game. So I'm going Reds in this one. Reds plus 110. They have the better pitcher starting. They're starting Graham Ashcraft, who's 4-1 this season, 3.27 ERA, and the team is 6-1 when he starts. Going up against Kyle Hendricks, who's been absolutely abysmal this season. He's 4-6, 4.9 ERA. Not great stuff coming from Kyle Hendricks. So the Reds have the better pitcher tonight in Graham Ashcraft. The Reds have averaged 12 hits per game, and they've stranded a whole load of runners throughout this series. It just didn't bite them in game 1. So I think after stranding 10, they had 12 hits last night. They're going to win tonight, and at plus money, this game is, if I was making this line, it'd be minus 105, minus 105. Neither one of these teams have the edge. Both are terrible. Cubs at home, I guess, but the Reds already won. Give me Reds plus 110, mainly because they've been stranding runners, but they've been getting hits, 12 hits in both of these games so far. Give me Reds plus 110. I think it's fantastic. Better pitcher matchup, and when it's two bad teams, I'm going to take the better pitcher of the two. So moving from Reds Cubs, we're going Brewers Pirates. Brewers Pirates, you can get so much value on Milwaukee tonight. It's kind of hilarious. The Pirates, congratulations, you have O'Neal Cruz. Good job. That's about all you have going for you. Somehow I'm in NFL lines there. So Milwaukee is minus 120. Our power line thinks that's some fantastic. I can't stress that enough. Fantastic value. Our power line makes it more like minus 163. And not only that, our game simulator, you see that? Likes Milwaukee to win by 2 runs against the Pirates. Pirates are coming off of a series where they lost 2 of 3 against the Nationals. Brewers, on the other hand, have won 4 straight. Milwaukee will be sending out Adrian Hauser, who is 4-8 with a 4.5 ERA, but he's going up against JT Brubaker, who's not good, to put it lightly. He's 1-7, 4.14 ERA. Brubaker allows 7 hits per start, allows just under a home run per start, and 2.6 runs per start. And if you look at the stats right there on your screen, Milwaukee hits triple digits home runs, 105 home runs, and you're saying I can get them at minus 120? Yes, please. And when I made this pick about an hour ago, they were minus 115, so money's coming in on the Brewers. The public, the sharp money, I don't know which one it is, but there's been a little bit of influx on the Brewers as the line has moved from minus 115 to minus 120. So give me Milwaukee in this one. So much value. They're just the better team. And at minus 120 all day, every day. If I'm not betting Milwaukee in this, I'm not even betting the Pirates at only plus 110. They're 30 and 45, 15 games under 500. Not a strong showing. O'Neal Cruz is fun and all, but you're starting JT Brubaker against a powerful Milwaukee Brewers lineup. Milwaukee minus 115. Give me that all day, every single day. So those are our 3 games, our best bets. We're going Houston plus 110. We're going Reds plus 110. We like the 2 dogs there. And then we're going to go with the favorite, but there's so much value there. It feels like it's taking money from a baby. Give me Brewers minus 120. So to catch all of that information and even more exclusive insights, more betting angles, trends, expert advice, go ahead and follow us on Twitter at DRF_sports. If you want fun, engaging graphics, reels, things like that, go ahead and follow us on Instagram at DRF_sports. So just at DRF Sports. We're also on TikTok, Twitch, all of that. So if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. You can find some expert advice there. But Twitter is the place to be, folks. We're giving out DRF Sports Pro promo codes. We're giving out free months. We're giving out free bets if you're in Iowa. So a lot of fun stuff coming down the pike. And we are feeling really good about those 3 best bets. And so after those three best bets, we're going to be jumping into our featured free game of the day, which is a fantastic West Coast rivalry. You ready? Boom. Padres, Dodgers. Fantastic, fantastic showdown between these two California-based teams. San Diego Padres travel up, I think it's I-5. Sure, it's the I-5, to LA to face the Dodgers. Dodgers are minus 130 tonight, and setting out on the bump will be Mitch White taking on Joe Musgrove, one of the favorites to win the NL Cy Young. Musgrove's 8-1 with a 2.12 ERA, and against division opponents, 0.95 ERA. That is just, woo, that's a good number. Mitch White, he's getting the start, 0-1 in his one start this season. Or I guess he's had a few starts, but he's only had one decision, and it was a loss with a 3.98 ERA. No Machado, we know that. No Tatis, we know that. No problem. Give me the Padres. Padres plus 120. They have the better pitcher in this one. The Dodgers lost 2 of 3 against the Rockies and struggled. Kershaw had a non-Kershaw-like start, giving up the most earned runs in a start, I think, since 2017. But that's not to say that the Padres haven't had their struggles. They've lost 4 of 6. But this is a rivalry game. I think this is a get-right game. Honestly, for both sides. But I think because they have the better pitcher in Joe Musgrove, that the Padres are the play here. If there was any other pitcher going for the Dodgers that wasn't named Mitch White, the value might be on the Dodgers here at minus 130. But just because Joe Musgrove is arguably the best pitcher in the National League right now, and he's going up against a guy who doesn't have a lot of experience, give me San Diego. Pair that with the fact that the Padres are 19-6 this season as a road underdog against the spread. I think they are going to win this game, and a really good game. And also our simulations think San Diego wins this 5-4. Our power line thinks the line should be more like San Diego minus 117. I think that has a lot to do with the fact Musgrove's getting the start against Mitch White. And the Padres are 23-7 straight up this season in road games against NL teams with a batting average of 255 or worse. The Dodgers have a 252 batting average. Padres have a 242, but we won't focus on the negative there. We'll focus on only the positives. Dodgers, though, do perform really well against bullpens, against good bullpens. Here's the problem, though. Musgrove probably won't be pulled until like the 6th or 7th inning late in the game when the Padres probably will already have a 5-3, 5-2 lead, and it just will be it'll be too little too late for the Dodgers. I'm not saying the Dodgers are going to lose this series, but I'm saying at plus 120, I can get the Padres with all the value. It's certified gold star pick, and they've performed well as a road underdog. They perform well against teams who don't have a great batting average, and Joe Musgrove's one of the best pitchers in the National League right now. The Dodgers have beat up on San Diego pretty heavily in LA over the last 3 seasons. They're 30-13 straight up, but it's a new year. They're trying to avenge. I lost my train of thought there. They're trying to avenge what Los Angeles did to them in San Diego just a few weeks ago, where San Diego, I believe, lost 2 of 3. LA went to San Diego, beat up on the Padres, got those 2 big wins, and won that series. San Diego is going to want to repay the favor tonight. Not getting into their heads too much, not trying to predict what a bunch of 20 and 30-year-old Major League Baseball players are thinking. We'll just stick with the stats, and every single stat tells me go Padres tonight at plus money, fantastic value. So give me Padres plus 120, should be more like minus money, and I'm going to sleep like a baby with first pitch going at 10-10. I can't wait to watch that game until I fall asleep, wake up to the Padres boosting my bankroll. So with all that being said, let's recap our best bets of the day. We got 3 dogs today. 3 dogs, 1 favorite, and I'm feeling kind of really good about all the dogs we got. Let's recap. Here we go. Houston plus 110 against the Yankees. Love that pick. I think Houston can defend their home field really well, and they've beat up on the Yankees 13-7 straight up over the last 3 seasons. In Houston, I can get them at plus money. Severino for the Yankees getting the start on the bump hasn't been great as of late. Reds plus 110 against the Cubs. They're swapping wins. Reds stranded 10 runners last time on 12 hits. No situational hitting. That'll fix tonight. Give me Reds plus 110. Brewers are only favorite we're picking, and that's because there's just so much value on this. Brewers minus 115. Some books have it around minus 120. Either way, I am taking that so hard, and that is also a certified Gold Star pick. And so is the Padres-Dodgers game. I forgot to put the Gold Star next to that one, but that's also a certified Gold Star pick. Padres starting Joe Musgrove, one of the best pitchers in the National League, in all of Major League Baseball, and he's taking on Mitch White, the inexperienced Mitch White. Padres all day, every day. So that is it for DRF Daily today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm not saying it's a perfect 4-0 day. That'd be really hard to do with 3 dogs and only one favorite. But I'm feeling a good day where we're up units at the end of it. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Jack Fitzpatrick. You can follow everything that DRF Sports is doing on Twitter at DRF_sports. You can follow along on Instagram at DRF Sports, Facebook, YouTube. Just type in DRF Sports in the search bar. We'll pop up. Like, subscribe, follow, do all of that amazing social media stuff. And we'll be back tomorrow with a fantastic slate of some Friday games. We might break down some more Premier League lacrosse. We'll see what that Friday brings, but we'll be back tomorrow at around 11 a.m. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Thursday. See ya.